Hey everyone, welcome to Osaka Style Kit number 2, and in the following video series we will talk about the process of how to set up the following styling options. Now, as you may know, we have two different types of installations. We have the option whereby you can import our demo, which is good for new websites that do not have any content. For those of you who already have existing content, that is not an option because then you mix up all of our demo pages with your personal website content. Therefore, in this case, you need to do a manual setup of the styling. So this is what the following video series are about. Now, if we take a look at our documentation here, you can see that we have this broken down into several sections. We have section 1, which is styling, then we'll talk about home 1 and home 2 layouts, and our final video will be fonts. So with the fonts, there will be a little bit more playing around with. That's why we're going to do a separate video designated to that area specifically. Other than that, we've pretty much just listed out all of the color options in the following area, and we've listed out which sections we use for the different types of home pages. Alright, so we'll start off by styling our theme. We'll set up our header, footer, and the miscellaneous area as well. Okay, so heading over to the back end of our site, go over to Flotheme, go over to the header settings, click on desktop header, and scroll down. We are using the type D layout. As we scroll further down, make sure that your elements color is set to black, or the hex code is 6 zeros. Alright, next, as we scroll down in the following area, make adjustments to your logo as needed. We do not have specific requirements for that because that's very subjective and according to your specific logo. Also adjust the logo maximum width for desktop and mobile devices. Alright, as we scroll down, this is another section that we need to adjust, which is your drop down menu background color and the drop down menu items color. So refer to our color settings here. Just simply copy the drop down menu background color. So copy, paste it here, and for the drop down menu color, this is going to be black, so by default it's black. Alright, scrolling further down, everything else is pretty much standard. It's completely up to you whether or not you want to enable search fields and so forth. But in terms of styling and colors, this is pretty much all there is to it. So go ahead and click on update at this point. We will then take a quick look into our footer settings and adjust the following colors as well. So once again, going over to Flotheme, click on footer. For the layout, we are using footer type B, so make sure that option is selected. Scrolling further down, the footer background color. Let's refer back to our documentation. So copy the following hex code, paste it here. This is essentially our default, but if that changed for you at any point, be sure to revert back to our default colors. The footer elements color, this is plain white, so this is what we have set right now. Scrolling further down, essentially all of these options such as display Instagram feed, decorative elements, and so forth, these are completely optional. By default, we have all of this enabled within our demo. However, it is completely up to you whether or not you want to enable or disable the following options. Alright, and let's see our final footer menu drop down background color. Let's copy this, scroll down, there we go, and paste it here. For the menu drop down items color, this is set to black by default. Now as we scroll down, we also need to add text to our sections C1 and D3. So let me just copy our address, copy paste it here, and for the copyrights notice, essentially add whatever content needs to be there. Alright, so this is it for the footer settings. Go ahead, click on update, and essentially the footer will be updated at this point. And finally, we need to head on over to our generics area. let's see, generic section 5, and we will make some adjustments within the miscellaneous colors. So here we have the button's background color, and that needs to be changed to black. So we'll just select black, and the button text color, and that needs to be changed to white. There we go. Alright, at this point, go ahead and click on Update. Also, for the pagination area, we have it set to Type C, but once again, this is not mandatory. You can make the adjustments as required depending on your preference. Okay, so at this point, this is it for the styling. What we've done is just made some very basic adjustments to our header, our footer, and some of the generic button settings and so forth. So as you can see, my header changed here, and our button colors changed, so you can see that we have more black integrated with the following theme. Alright, so this is it for this video. Let's go ahead and talk about the homepage settings that we have, and then we'll do another video on the font settings. Alright.